What's up, YouTube? It's Joe Michael Probodinsky, and it's Jordan here, and I'm coming at you with an updated Volcanic deck profile. I took 4th place at a locals yesterday against Necroz and all that good stuff. I want to talk about the matchups real quick that I had, but first, I'm going to tell you that there's a lot of edits that I did to this deck prior, because the deck that was on this channel before, I ran and I went 1-3.
Yeah, not too good.
No, I don't know. It just wasn't consistent enough. I think I was trying to net deck socks too much. But after a couple suggestions that were given by Michael and a couple other of my friends, this deck's a lot more consistent.
Literally every single suggestion I made, like, before he actually made the deck, he did listen to. And then he went to a tournament, didn't do it. Good. Listen to, like, his prophet, who said the same exact things I did. He's like, okay, no, I think I'm going to do it.
And it's really good, and I took 4th place.
Yes.
So
listen to me.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the matchups. First, I played a Yang Zing deck, and I 2-0'd it, but Game 2, he had me on a Yazi lockdown because I couldn't target him with anything. And I know that Scattershot doesn't target, but that's why I used Scattershot 5 times to basically burn him to death. Like, that's all I could do. Yazi's a problem, but I'm not going to say Yang Zings are going to be, meta-defining or anything, but Yazi, if you run up against that Yang Zing deck, Yazi is a big problem for Volcanic, so watch out for that. So I 2-0'd that. Then I played a scrub deck game round 2, and it was pretty much just this kid who had, like, cards from his basement, and he built a hero-ish deck. Like, he had somewhat of a hero engine, but it wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
He wasn't. I don't know. I 2-0'd that really quickly. Just got it over as quick.
Him and his friend reminded us of
ourselves 2 years ago.
Yeah, because how I didn't get to talk to the kid, but how Jordan explained it to me was it was just him and his friend down in their basement playing card games without any rules.
Yeah.
So he's just like, wow. Me and Jordan 2 years ago.
Yeah. So that kid said he's never playing competitively again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I 2-0'd him real quick. Round 3, I played Cleforts and went 1-2 against them. It was the first time I ever beat a Clefort deck in a game, though. I was able to basically just scattershot 3 times and then have an Excel in graveyard to be ready for the next turn. And so the only way I really could get by them was banishing the Excel. So that's basically how Cleforts went. It wasn't too great. But at that point I was 2-1. And then I played... Oh, crap, what was that? Round 4 was this dark Synchro Hero deck, which was interesting, to say the least. His main goal was basically to get Dark Law. And it was actually really good.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Yeah,
it was kind of a roguish thing. But I ended up being able to just honor arc his Dark Law and swing. So I didn't really have a problem with that. I 2-0'd that, but very good deck. And then went into top 8. I was 5th. And I went first round against Necroz in the semifinal. And actually, I 2-0'd the Necroz. Game 1, I happened to get a great hand. He had a good hand too, actually. But I just was able to overcome it all. And I didn't really have a problem in Game 1. And then Game 2, I flipped up like turn 3 or 4, Mind Drain. And then he tried to Necroz Cycle, and I just flipped up Vanities, and he was done. Like, he tried and just couldn't get anything, and he was like, okay, I got this. So I 2-0'd that guy. Then, semifinals, I played another Necroz deck. Somehow, I was the one that ended up playing 2 straight Necroz decks. It was really annoying. This guy was a lot better. Well, I'm not going to say better, but I'll say I bricked.
Yeah.
I bricked, and he went really good, because I opened up with 2 Royal Firestorm Guards, a Magic Planter, and a Volcanic Shell. So I was like, God damn it. So I bricked. But, when you brick, you brick. So
it's part of card games.
Yeah.
It always happens.
Yeah, but so 4th place, got half a booster box. I felt pretty confident with this deck. Overall, I'd say it's still really, really good.
Oh, yeah, and the tournament was more than just a normal locals. It was actually a box tournament.
Yeah.
First place got a box and a Mega Tin. Second place got a box. 3rd place got half a box.
4th place
half a box, and so on and so forth.
Michael took 3rd, and him and I split a box. So
yeah.
That's pretty much how it went.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, our box was shit, though.
Our box was shit.
We didn't get a dieback. We didn't get a Trish. We didn't get a Brionic.
We didn't get Valkyrie. We didn't get anything good.
No, we got a Tamer. The old man.
We got Old Man Tamer.
Yeah, that was all we got.
Old Man Tamer Johnson. Yeah. He didn't, like, who wants him?
Yes. But anyway, let's get into this. So, first off, running 3 Volcanic Rocket. Rocket was there all day, obviously getting the Excel to hand. it was just great. I had no problem. Against the first Necroz guy I played, I sat there with the vanities up and Rocket on field, and I just kept poking at him with a Rocket. It was so great. He couldn't even get like a Shrit and drop Decisive Armor. So he was poking away at Necroz all day. But other than that, he made the great Laval Ball chain plays too. MVP of the deck, 3 Scattershot. Scattershot, obviously, nuke, burn, nuke, burn, nuke, burn all day. Had no problems. He did get banished one game, which really fucked me over.
No more Scattershot.
I think that was the... No, I forget who did it, but I was able to still win it. I think it was the Necroz guy. Yeah, because he brioed me. I'm sorry, trished me. Oh. He banished a Scattershot, so it was like, all right, GG. But he was there all day, no complaints. Then, next, running the 3 Volcanic Shell still. Shell, obviously, just ammo, 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 all day. No problems there. Now, I apologize that this is a proxy, but I was playing my friend's Volcanic Doomfire yesterday because mine didn't come in the mail yet, but I wanted to get this deck profile to you guys. So, 1 Volcanic Doomfire. Before this tournament that we went to, I went to one a couple weeks ago, and I went 1-3.
Yeah, it's kind of poopy.
Yeah, so I basically net deck Sox deck at that point, and people were ready for Volcanics at that point. Yeah. Now that I've thrown this Doomfire in, it helps so much. Like, against Necroz, I was able to make them attack it, and they were like, crap, I can't do anything, I don't have Decisive Armor. Boom, they died. Yeah. So, he was essential all day, he really, really helped. And I'm so happy I put him in. Really good.
And he's one of the few ways for that deck to actually get around the Cleese.
Yeah.
Because he's a lot bigger than
I didn't get to drop him on Cleese, but I could definitely see how this is going to work against Cleese.
Mm-hmm.
So, the only one, though, he was kind of, I don't know. He could be a dead draw. He can be a really big dead draw.
Yeah.
Then 1 Volcanic Counter. Counter was there all day. All day. He made the Necroz player rethink his entire turn because he didn't want to take damage. Like, because he had already been burned for 15. He was going to hit me for a lot, but I was like, I had to inform him of this rule. So he had to rethink, and he was only able to inflict 400 points of damage. So...
basically made him rethink his life.
Yeah. Counter, oh my god, it was there. I love this card so much. No complaints with Counter whatsoever. And then on Volcanics, 3 Firestorm Guard. I was there all day. Honestly, until that last round against the Necroz player that... I drew 2 of these first turn. It was there all day. I had literally no problems until I bricked with it. So, there's never a bad time to draw into it unless it's first turn and you draw 2 of it. Then 2 Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk was no complaints there. I think I sided 1 out one time because I needed to get. I think I put in an Ojama Trio so I could fill up the Cleat player's board. But I have really no complaints on that.
Mm-hmm.
Then Blaster. I summoned Blaster against the Yang Xing player because he had Yazi and I couldn't do anything and I drew into him. So I was like, all right, I'll just banish a couple, keep my defense up so Yazi doesn't hit me for 31 because this thing was powered up by Piranha or whatever that thing is. But I was siding him out every other time game 2 because, I don't know, I don't really like him. His discard effect's good in this deck, but I don't know. I think he's a good side target. He might be okay game 1. But I was siding him all day. Other than the stopping Yazi from killing me, he didn't do much all day.
You think about dropping him?
No, I'll keep him for now until something amazing comes out for Volcanics.
I don't know.
Yeah. Moving on to spells. 3 Pot. Pot, no issue. It was there all day. I think I started against the Necroz. I started siding 1 out just to get the Mind Drain in. But I mean, you really weren't running 2 or 3 is fine. You don't really need 3 all the time. So it was there all day, no problem. 3 MST, it was there all day. I actually stopped. Oh my god, the one Necroz player tried to psych me out by setting a card. I mean, obviously Necroz don't run traps, so he set a card, and I end phase MST'd it, and it was a cycle, and he's like, ah! He was so mad, but MST no issues at all. 2 Magic Planter. I think I sided this out once, like one of them once, but it got me the draws for days, and it just, like I said, everything was fine. Everything was really good except in the last game, I just bricked so hard. So this was really good all day, though. 1 Foolish. Foolish was whatever I wanted it to be. Honestly, I was foolishing Counter more than anything, unless I couldn't make Laval Volcanic, in which case I would send the Shell, but it can be either of those 2 or the Blaster if you don't want to dead draw it. So it was great all day. Snatch Steal came in handy one time. I Snatch Stealed a Trish, and even then that Trish was attacking like he attacked a Unicorn, and they decisive armored it.
Yep.
So, I mean...
Snatch still snatch still.
Yeah, I still sided it out because I needed better things in there. So, then one Wildfire with the Jaden token, because Jaden token's cool. Wildfire actually came in handy a lot. I was usually siding it out game 2 or 3, depending on what the matchup was. But I had no problem with it at all. So, really no problem there. It was really good in some cases, especially against Yang Zing. Then, one regular Blaze Accelerator. I really should have been running this in the last tournament I played in.
Thank you.
Michael suggested it to me. It's really good. It's your first... Like, if you play Clee Forts, this thing is going to help you so much. Because you can just send Shell, pop the Clee. Or if you're not playing... if you're not playing Clees, you can just send the Scatter Shot off of it and nuke and burn and blah, 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 blah.
Do all the things that deck does.
Yes, but you only really need one of it. I loved it all day. I got it with Rocket when I needed it, so absolutely no issues with Accelerator.
Yes.
Really good card. You need to run at least one of it, I'd say. Moving on to the traps. 3 Reload, the card that brought the deck back. Reload was awesome all day. No issues. Whether it was in the grave or in my hand or in my deck, I got it all the time. And it helped me win so much. I love it. It had so much consistency.
It's their card.
Yes. Then the 3 Reckless to help me get to my combo pieces faster. I would always, always, always game 2 side out 1 Reckless. Because in game 1, I wanted to get to combo pieces as quickly as possible. But then game 2 tried to, slow it up a little bit so I could get the stuff that I sided in. So Reckless was really good all day, though. And also it can kind of stall you out when you don't have another draw option after the Reckless. So it was good for me. Next, 2 Vanities. Was an MVP all day. It was screwing over Necroz like it was their job. I honestly want to probably bump it up to 3. But yesterday was awesome. I was good with Magic Planter too. No complaints whatsoever on the Vanities emptiness. I would just maybe think about bumping it up to 3.
See, that's why if you don't like Blaster, I feel like you could probably bump the Vanities up to 3.
Yeah, but I'm debating because I don't know. It can be a dead draw sometimes. You don't want to draw phase into Vanities emptiness if you have a Reckless on top of your deck or something like that. Next, 2 Fiendish Chain, no complaints. 2 is consistent. 3 would be not bad, but I was okay with 2, and stopped everything that I needed to stop. And then 1 Phoenix Wing Wind. It actually came in really handy. What did I put back? I think I put back a Trish. Yeah, I put back a Trish, and in that dark deck I faced, I put back a Dark Law. So this thing helped me out so much all day. I really wouldn't consider cutting it. I don't know, maybe for the 3rd Vanities, but I'm not exactly sure yet. So it put in work, though. Moving on to the extra deck. This extra deck, I literally touched, let me think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I touched 5 cards all day. Most of the times I didn't make Lavalval Chain because I didn't need to. But Rhapsody, never made it, but it's good to have. Cowboy almost made it, but he was at 1,000 and not 800. Dweller, never made it because I didn't see Shadal's and I didn't see Burning Abyss. Emerald, never needed it because I had Firestorm cards. Chain made once or twice because it sent the shell and set up my board. Maestro was there, never needed it. Exciton, playing my second Necroz deck in the semis, I made him on turn 1 and then passed because I didn't know how to deal with them, really. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make Exciton and hope on his battle phase that I can do something, but then he Regeki'd it, and it was over. So made him 1 time. Diamond Dire, I made this against Yang Zings because I tried to clear board, and it almost worked, but yeah, who was it? The fire one. Chao Li, the fire Yang Zing.
The fire one?
Yeah, the red one.
Shwani
got blown up, and he got effects because I had him fiendished. I wasn't thinking straight, and I didn't realize that his effect would activate when he hits grave, not when he's on field. But made him 1 time. Probably would never make him again. Castell, never made it. Honor Arc, made him 1 time against the Dark Law and took the Dark Law. Black Ship, never made it. Ragnar Zero tried to make it against Cleese, and I just couldn't get the board set up for it. So, never made it, but would definitely make it against Cleese if I could.
Yes.
Dana Gordon, never made it. Dark Rebellion, made it against the Scrub deck.
No, just to do it.
Just because I was so desperately scared that he would bring out a Blue Eyes or something, find some way, because he told me he was running Blue Eyes, and I was like, I don't need this kid somehow summoning Blue Eyes and actually getting a monster that's really strong, so I'm just going to make this and hope that he never drops it. Then one Crazy Box. I actually made Crazy Box once.
Oh.
I made him against the Yang Zing player because I was like, oh my god, I can't get around Yazi. I'm like, okay, what I'm going to hope for is that I'll draw some... Like, I made him, and then in hopes of the next turn that I would draw a Scatter Shot and be able to get the effect to negate one face-up card on the field and then Scatter Shot him. Well, here's the thing. I negated a card face-up on the field. Crazy Box worked. Didn't draw a Scatter Shot.
No.
It was really annoying, so I sat there and I only took 100 points of damage, but I made him because I had no other option. And it was kind of fun, so he was alright.
So you actually rolled correctly?
I rolled a 4.
I can't believe that.
I rolled a 4.
I hate Crazy Box so much now.
Negate the effects of one face-up card on the field until the end of this turn. And you know what I negated? Supply Squad.
Oh.
It was the only thing that I could hit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, Crazy Box was alright. I only made him once. Like I said, all I pretty much made can... Like, if you look at what I made, this, for some reason, I don't know why I made that. This, shouldn't have made it. Made him once or twice because he's really good. Like, that's all I did. That's all you really need to make. You don't even nearly need to make this, or the Exciton even. Just the Arc and the wall chain. I prefer to go Arc sometimes because I think he's better than Castell. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. Move on to the side deck. The side deck was really good. I don't know why, but I was drawing side deck. I was drawing my side deck yesterday, so worked really good. Played one Vanity's Fiend because Necroz and other things. He screwed over. He never came in except against the Yang Zing player, and he screwed him over there. One Thunder King for the Necroz matchup. Never saw him. He didn't show up.
He just didn't want to show it.
Yeah. Next spell, 2 Soul Release because I always run 2 Soul Release. Didn't see shit all. Didn't see Burning Abyss. Never needed to play it. Hammer Shot. It never occurred to me to even put it in. I never thought I needed it. So honestly, I'm changing this to a Mask of Restrict because it's better.
Oh.
So. Then 2 Ojama Trio. I had the chance to activate one. I misplayed, and I couldn't do it because he only had 2 spaces on his board, so I couldn't give him 3 tokens.
Oh.
So it was kind of depressing. That was against the Yang Zing guy too. 2 Magic Cylinder. Sided it in against Klees and Yang Zing and Necroz. No, I didn't side it against Necroz. Sorry, sided it against that dark deck. Saw it. I flipped it up twice. I hit the Yang Zing player, and then the Cleave player dark bribed it.
No.
So, but it's really good, and I would not change the 2. 2 Imperial Iron Walls. I put this in against that Dark Synchro deck, but my only reason for running to play it was in case I saw Infernoids. There was an Infernoid player. Didn't see him. So, but I would still recommend keeping that. 2 Light Imprisonings for Satellars. There was a Satellar. I didn't see it. And I also had these in there in case I saw Dante or Virgil. Didn't see Burning Abyss for some.
There was no BA player at all.
There was no Burning Abyss. There were 2 Shadal, and I never saw either of them. 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance for the Klees. I sided it in, didn't get it. But it was still there just in case. And then I played 1 Mind Drain. Mind Drain's so good, people. Please side it. Against the Necroz, this shuts them down. If you get that up and a Vanities, they're done.
They literally
they can't do anything. They can summon Shrit.
Good old Shrit.
And set the Dance Princess and the what's his nuts? The old guy.
The old guy.
Yeah, these 2 against Necroz is lockdown. This is lockdown against Necroz. So
they're just praying for an MST at that point.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, that was my deck profile. It's a lot more consistent now. I'm really happy with it, and I think it's much better than it was. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And yeah, guys, this has been Joe Michael Probodinsky. Catch you later.